economy informina no obi a oton ebro ye beto obi a your friend is oton apese ye beto the oton mo ye beto na se abayin person obeya na me member of parliament ye independent candidate na se wa ba na so oni MPP for ne bebo a we have to call the attention of that member of parliament to enioma ekoso a enye what was in Tikaba now no ekono MP no kroti ho no e ka vote of no confidence o ma pass that dada what was say when you say we member of parliament constituency ni nya betimi aka bom constitutionally aka say yi na di really yes there are so many powers we don't know. An MP can be impeached. I will look for the your friend is Emrano to show you because you can say incapacitated. It's not about say we are in kwa say on timi kwa adwuma o. Dabi say we are recalcitrant and I say on heed the plights of the people. It amounts to that. And it's in that broader sense. And I make us say an MP could be impeached because Adia Yosman is on no ye. Until the whole constituency can come together and say,
"She have impeached Adwasafo."
And no crowd in catch
abandoning the seats.
It was possible.
And the government did nothing to her. They still paid her.
Yeah, because there is a secret that Omoya Obekentino. Oh, there is a secret.
No, so she's not helping the country.
But they are not helping themselves either.
I was so surprised that she was away for that long.
Yes.
Member of Parliament was not back.
But you see the power of the constituents. And that's how I think we should now up the game. But you have pricked our conscience.
We'll go back to the Americans. Then we might as well wait to 2024.
Yeah, it's possible.
My point is that we will wait. That is the law. But the law also allows us to
exercise
push our
yes.
our MPs, our constitutional body.
But Akuffo, you see,
the part 2 of what he said,
okay.
In fact, it's giving me a heartbeat. On where Adiwe Makasa, where Akuffo Addo the normal type of president who be di kwabra me never be man penny dachi. Ebi ana entemewu. If I made the boni ache Akuffo Addo. Because I will be encouraged, say,
you'll be emboldened.
Sa dia Akuffo Addo ye eyade papa. I was here to me ye bibi na yes and I was say na a serve as deterrent to future presidents say you can't be this useless in a country like Ghana and serve a full term without even impeachment.
Make sense to me.
Without even an attempt for an impeachment.
Yeah, but the whole issue is that the NDC MPs, the MPP MPs are afraid of Akuffo Addo. Ghanaians generally is Akuffo Addo.
Why?
I
mean, it's evident.
Afraid or
yes?
I think it's too strong.
No, meba.
Afraid?
Me, from 2008, I've been on Akuffo Addo's case from 2008. How many years now? Obia Siawa, the first Yobusa one said, "Hey, it was also Bekun." I don't know.
I never
no, yes. I hear that, remember, I hear that now. Okay, sir, and Akuffo Busa side out of vacuum or out of nothing. Yeah. Do you think? Yeah, minimum family. You know my family.
Yeah.
How many times do you go fear Kumasia or raise about our safety? How many times that from Boate Mekaya about his safety? How many times that Matiami do Mekaya about his safety?
It's true.
How many times that Dumelo Ameka about his safety? How many times that Kofi Amoabe Mekaya about his safety?
And the Kofi Kumsin crack
no, so yeah. Sadia no, your president like I afraid.
But
Bibi una Ghana for me. I don't know. Me Akuffo Addo no. But me nima the crop potia. Omo hu afa no ho a there is even NDC MPs they are afraid of Akuffo Addo. My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there o see dem yopo
Eti for higher PENDREAM TV in patchos and your first time and subscribe to channel no found Sabo Addo money to set the video be at tour. Ube first person I will share. Usha video new send voice note to mine. It was 0277-128-777 0277-128-777. Ebebo actually Ghana for you na. Eti for yanko share and video number.
Definitely maybe feed into Uncle Victor article now watch no and yeah they to your Facebook page so that more follow and we bet me pick it now more read it through but quickly let me just read through some few portions of the article. So Victor Smith writes, Ghana, our beloved country, has gone to the dogs a complete mess. Quote, and I quote, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Unquote. Or end of quote. Edmund Beck. I hope I got the pronunciation right. Ghana is currently going through its worst economic crisis in a generation presided over by such an incompetent, reckless, and unpatriotic administration, which can at best be described as obnoxious. The center cannot hold. Credit to William Yates, right? Quote, mere anarchy is loosed upon us, unquote. Socio-economic chaos, our roads, our health, our children's education, our finances, economy with all the promises that they made and their attitudes, the arrogance and the level of corruption. So many shameful things have been revealed by the MPP themselves in their dog fight for leadership of their party. It appears the government has given up. They cannot find solutions to the challenges we face as a country anymore. They lied their way to power. They lacked the capability and the competency they touted. There is total disenchantment with the government, and the most worrying aspect is that the people's representatives, our MPs, are not showing much care. They appear to have joined in the distraction. They only clandestinely lament but aren't bold and caring or patriotic enough to stop the nonsense going on in the country. They should have halted this administration by now. That is why we sometimes say Ghanaians aren't angry enough. They haven't enough fire in their bellies. I believe Ghanaians have been cowed into submission with legalities they don't really understand. The bold ones in society must rise to the occasion. Countrymen and women, our democracy and country in its current state, without much hope for any meaningful recovery in the next 1 year, coupled with threats of unrest and protest, may not survive the heat. I propose that MPs go into a special emergency section immediately to address the gargantuan mess everywhere and urgently figure out a way to pass a vote of no confidence in the executive and mandate the right honorable speaker to put together an interim administration to halt the decline and prepare Ghana for fresh elections. Honorable MPs, act now or blame not the people. Please do not leave the people to their own devices. I'm done for now, unquote. And this is coming from Ambassador Victor Smith, one-time High Commissioner to UK, representing Ghana under the NDC administration. Uncle Victor.
We've waited long enough. 7 years. Aka 1 year. And I believe that the president himself indicated, say, whoever the leader is, on somebody to us, sort of. You know, in other words, he's given up. Yeah, he's given up. After 7 years. The people's resources have been so decimated. What has gone on is unprecedented. People, you know, some of us were patient. About first, now, first 100 days. Let me see, me, I won't even assess anybody in 100 days. It takes a while for people to get to the right feel of what is going on. But after 7 years, it's time to talk. It's a bit even late. But my question I'm asking, I mean, when these people went to Julobi demonstration, they should direct it at our representatives, not the president. MPs are supposed to represent us. That's why they are there. They shouldn't think that they came there because among who facing Obi. They elected you. You are representing 275 constituencies. You've gone there to fight for us, for our comfort or for our progress, development. They missed an opportunity, but it's not too late. When the majority had a press conference, finance minister, that was the opportune time. NDC, they should join them to have impeached the president and his team. Because seriously, we finance minister, I don't know handle economy, no. That's a Nehemiah Senate, the president, the that was a nice opportunity. We could have used them together. We would have had the numbers. However, you're from Kodem, and I almost saw my dream.
August, you're from Kodem, meaning.
But they were called. We all know that they had a press conference. They were over 100 one day.
Yeah.
Then you committing me by Obiayedi. Are they working for the president or working for Ghanaians? Seriously, if we're using the Westminster system, and the president should be summoned to the
which means you have issues with the minority. You have issues with the minority MPs as well.
Well, they missed an opportunity at the time, because that was a crucial. You see, normally, because they started impeachment process, they will tell you that they won't have the numbers. Fine, but let's use the process. Let's follow due process. And the world is watching Ghana. You see, they think we have lost it. A failure. Exactly. You go down. The president who was taken through the process. What I say, the state of Ghana right now, I don't see how. Say a certain fine woman be sent a message to me the other day. Very prominent person. I say, women don't have breasts anymore and men don't have balls. What does she mean by that? That was in response to my statement, In other words, I'm asking Julobi for say they should direct the heat on our representatives. MPs, they should be told in the face that you owe it to us. They really owe it to us to call that, the leadership, the government, to come and answer for some of these things. Dania Obinam Consulfit Takwa Eba Takradi. The road, and this road is part of the Trans-West African Highway from Nigeria to Cote d'Ivoire. It's been on the books forever. Ghana Benin Togo.
But Uncle Victor, what you say? Mom Pennyphone was so support enough to us because
to who
said Osi Obi Busa or Lady Bibusa said now women don't have breast, men don't have balls.
Yes,
the few ones are on what the boss feels they don't get the support they need from the senior colleagues like yourself.
You need to direct
and that's the problem.
You need to direct it where it should go. You direct it to the wrong place. You are missing the boat.
I said the support.
Constitutionally, the
support.
MPs are representatives.
But the support.
Support for who?
Just imagine that Ghana is moving. Then Uncle Victor Smith will show up there.
The next one, you see me there. Where? The first one wasn't here. I wasn't in town.
Where?
But with the point I'm trying to make is there, if we direct it at the wrong place, if we direct it at the police, what have you done? The people who are supposed to represent us are those people who are paying money to stay in parliament. But the Oman said the business as usual. I don't see it. Opportunities, but they should call the government. They should stop the government and say, "Mudi here ditch." Say, driver be do ditch. We need to stop him. Now, your kindness as a president own TA, and now the government is not listening. We should stop this country. We should be able to call MPs, young pickety a parliament. So what I say, Julobi, I don't know the guys, I know Voma now there, but I mean anymore very well. But we sat quietly for too long. I listened to all of you on radio. I listened to other radio stations from sun up to sun now. Seriously. Obi say, the president don't send the time as well, you just leave. I say, you won't leave. He will not leave us here in Ghana.
You have to put an indelible mark.
Seriously. He must answer the questions. Parliament, they didn't see that. Almost say, constitution, they'll try to be reading the constitution to use there's no vote of no confidence. There's nothing like that. But there's impeachment. So if I'm impeaching the government or the president, it can bring all these things up.
A higher version of it.
Yeah, Kokwana say into me and Pimpa. You do for processing them.
Yeah, it's historic.
Oh, I remember future leaders will they wake up. It's time to. It doesn't matter which party. It doesn't matter to me anymore because a cry as in the state of people's lives. I am mobile. Can
the person say what radio so raising issues about? And let me read this portion. Quote: Our democracy and country in its current state, without much hope for any meaningful recovery in the next 1 year, coupled with threats of unrest and protest, may not survive the heat. Unquote. Can the person kasa upeso yeku?
I've directed it at the constitutional body. That's what I'm trying to say. Parliament, they owe it to us. My point is that you have a duty to help this country. If the government is failing, what about you? 275 of you. Minkata Yenka MPP NDC asem. The American say, look at the Ghanaians now more representing. If you guys can have a meeting, 275 of you, and summon the president, you must come and answer some questions. Or they decide that let's take him through the process. Because he's failed us. Listen to what they are saying. Almost fighting for leadership of their party.
Yeah.
Listen to the comments that are coming out. They might say Ibia Kennedy or Kennedy, but it's not true. He's indicted the government. Serious indictment. The kind of things he said about Bawumia. He's not even fit to continue as vice president. He has run the government down. The name of suggested Bawumia 10. It says the faults of Baumiano, sins of Baumiano. What will be sir?
Yeah.
You talk about
the 5 sins of Baumia or something.
Brusa.
Or 10. Check.
And then they said things like 1 million, one constituency. All those policies also are sins. In other words, they were like lies. You told Ghanaians lies. Why do you continue and want to become our president? Kasano enough is not going to work. We need to use our MPs. This is my belief. MPs, they're the constitutional body to represent us. Now, MPs, they have the mandate within the constitution to put pressure on the government, the president, to sit up. Yakasa I've been to radio stations in the past. If I'm coming out again this time, I think we owe it to the people to speak for the people. Go and see poor people. And I gave an example. I bought food for some people. Me tore fried rice na there Emma boys be among them. Name who's about who did rice no without a nam no. Let me say nam no hiva. Why we? I said direction bottom. Let me say what they call here. I said the coffee. And you may if you
don't mean it.
I was sad.
You don't mean it.
Or the chicken ash tissue match at the bottom. No, oh dear monoza. That is the life. You've impoverished the people. They've lost their dignity. Almost horrible leadership. Leadership no ye show more. Say you who call on say who can ban one also is who kasa equatia. They expect you to do something to help them.
You see, I give it where I have a challenge with your submission. The idea of NPP and NDC. We have one more cause problems, no. So one more cause problems, no, one side. However, Ghanaians are looking up to the next option, and that is where I have the problem.
The correct option now, because the next option, because okay, you're trying to about 2024. Let's say NDC winner, they are the alternative. Yes, sir.
Yes, but the point is, do you think the next option has shown leadership?
Which is the next option? No?
Yes,
the alternative.
Yes, the alternative.
For now, I'm not thinking about 2024.
Yes, for now.
It's the MPs. My emphasis is on our MPs. For now, we are not in election period. But they are still keeping those positions and we are paying them. They are representing us.
Anyway.
Until for 1 year, my corona potokra and Sani Akaze. You get the point that I'm trying to make. Yeah. If we don't hold our MPs in check and put pressure on them, say, you owe it to the people of this country to deliver us from maybe quite It means take the government to task, because only executive now or implement or come up with policies and or interfere with the financial system and all those funny things they've done. They've messed up this country big time. The kind of money that have passed through their hands. Last time I me read about it, that was what? COVID funds in the buyer 2 billion. Apart from COVID fund, 11 billion from Euro bonds in this period. Revenue from income from oil revenue. So all these things, you know, that's what share down the air cost of Ghana. Nefe Nancy the judgment debt is other count. And so we should show me some of us will know the details. We should show me here. One critical problem no.
Oil no.
No, 140 billion
140
judgment debt no.
Yeah.
Obi time obi I know could this
No, this is a very simple.
No, Uncle Church.
It's a very, no, I don't like. I would want you to please hit it right on the head. A bumpty, and an office, Travgura, and now, and Sassi Sembi, and now we are calling a Bosnia. Our position, no unica pre, and our calling a Bosnia, and was oh mount, and our bar bem will be trying to contract him. This is it. It's a bomb tinti, and yet this Hakano. Ono ani wo fase Travgura ani wo fase no Puma ni wo fase Akuffo Addo no mo fase
But
what you go on the business
if
me ma
no meba
eno sen I ko ni wo fase
but yo don't you think say a beat
enya beat Dabi pacho I know them Travgura no omo ba no IPP contract omo twam
and so we are confirmed.
We confirm Akuffo Addo who is no. Confirm we say we hold on.
Energy minister MPP for first energy minister.
Boache
Jako. So a trust statement on that one. Say omu.
Has he?
Oh yeah. He responded to Kwabena
Donko yeah.
Also omu cabinet and force them omu twemu. Akuffo 140 billion. PACZ end.
All right. But yeah, me no me point ni say. Yes, at a point in time, when you put me a patch up, there will be BMO.
Yeah.
Now, a couple says our judgment debt to make me yeah assets or mine assets I could deal with you for we ho. At that point, the family can come together and say, look, let's do it because now you be your assets.
Yes. Okay,
they can come together and do it. You think they cannot come together? They cannot connive and do that.
I don't have. I don't. Okay.
No one trust me.
Yeah, no one trusts me.
If you got the now catch me,
if you know,
if
you know the person I'm discussing now,
Puma,
I don't have his permission.
Yeah,
but if you know, there's bad blood.
I know Puma.
What must I say?
I know him, but me name
they are loggerheads.
Yeah, me name said they now okay.
Unless of course
unless
of course they are a very good. Your friend is saying filmmakers. They are making me believe that they are playing their roles very well as actors.
But yeah, you see, Obia what me beat a whole political party. They have gone ahead to beat a whole country. They have gone ahead. Ama and before we consider them as professors. Aba bonti susem crofone BT womo. If that is you are dealing with scammers. What do I say? You are dealing with scammers. Puma and a min Nijabia. However, Abusia Abusia. Ya wete se me no matter how you be kontokwa. You be nyanko sie kumasi atran ba bia kan asem easily.
And no you see Kwabena who say ye can enye ono nko as
anyway
as one being
as one being anyway
because a company and they have partners and the IPP now no they were two of them they got it under John Mahama omo ye omadwuma and wo call say wo kosere ni sika wo yere na call say wo kosere ni sika in fact asase sembi wo ho wato na sase nyina adi ana akoy no so ma enu ani na ba na odi abufuo mɛkyerɛw paa mɛkyerɛw ɛna watwam
wobɛkyerɛ no ɛne wanyɛ sika yi
ɛna seesei no ɔno nso se ɛnyɛ me na wokyerɛ me o ɛdwen dɛ ɛreyɛ me daabi ɛna ɔkɔɔ court gɔfrɛ da me ɛna me sɛ wɔnim only judges in Ghana o wɔnim judge wɔ amanɔne ɔyɛ local champion judges cases are winning nyinaa is because he knows the judges and they are bribed ɛno apɛ ɛnyɛ ɛno a wotumi winning case wɔbɔn wɔwini ne tirim ɔne hwee wɔ ne tirim ɛso ɛbaa saa no ɛna ɛma a ɔmotumi nya judgment debt no it was $170 million.
Okay.
ɛna sesei no I think say ɔmo akɔka ɛna ɔmo say okay say forgiveness bi kura bɛba ɛnkosi 140 ɛna ɔsesa na ɛteɛ deɛ asɛ mo ntwe sika na
but contract no ana worth say
I have forgotten but I have the document.
Oh, okay.
I can get it.
Okay. Uncle Victor, our contract no is some of money involved no offhead.
Debbie.
Because they spent a lot of money preparing the grounds for the IPP to take off. They spent a lot
but listen to Uncle Victor. What would the article way on leadership? Your current situation, where we stand, Parliament involvement. He's not talking about the minority, nor the majority.
Yeah.
Said executive failure, Parliament should rise up. May have heard people talking about even the speaker. That the speaker is not up to task. Yes, a debatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it on other radio stations and other platforms they do. But
I don't think it's debatable. It's trite. Idea, a trite.
But
he's supposed to up his game.
Anyway, but idea, Uncle Victor, your thoughts.
I mean, chair for I mean, chair, Uncle Victor, there, say, or a politician par excellence. I've been a mentee at his blind side.
Yeah,
and I appreciate seeing him.
Saying I won't take us out of.
No, I mean, and Kwara say what share from time immemorial. He has behaved so well, even when he does very control much of controversy. He still opens our thinking caps to reason. And those are the things that help our IQs. And I think, say, with some of them, no, we will have a very, very good country.
Thank you.
And yeah, really thought-provoking analysis now. Why? He's being very technical. What must I say here? Ghana should go to sleep when we have a parliament. The Ghanaian should not be just the one to prompt the executive's actions. What must I say? Say yetu abama mrashe bedwafo the entire country no yen nyina yentimi nko assemble in a place to decide on policies anase mra enti na yato aba say nipa bi nko gina yanem se na be ya say omampani eya asobrache anase bi or veer off the road omo betwe na sikwam akwabra is a theory that was propounded by two persons, A.V. Dicey and Baron de Montesquieu. Two policies and two theories. Bakwe separation of powers and Bakwe checks and balances. So the two respectively decided, say, there cannot be a good governance structure without separation of powers.
Yeah.
And we can have a very good structures, say the executive, the three arms of government, work hand in hand without them having check each other. And to do these two things, they work hand in hand. Now, the submission, and you so technical, say, then what was the reason why a Ghanaian sorry and no person me could never be at to Obama MP? MP no, yenya ne son faso. Ampa. MP or the Parliament of Ghana, no, it is gradually becoming, in fact, I have said it's a useless body already before, but it is becoming a Trojan horse. They just go take pace and that's it. Omusu ni mfa so. Hwe kwabna say ye dem na she bedwafo begina ho. Ne yebusa say omo ne omo constituents kra ho kitahudie no etisen a. I'll give you a very typical example. Oseche Mensa Bonsu, hardly does he go to his constituency.
Yes.
He's the oldest in that parliament.
You are right.
He's the most useless parliamentarian Ghana has ever had.
Ever.
And do you know why? Do you know why? Till it is because the Ghanaian does not understand why they elect MPs. So adia ho you know or provoke thoughts to reason to get to know why we should not be stressing or be hard on ourselves after having elected members of parliament.
But the Akuffo Addo I see hold them responsible.
Yes, because oko to abama
I got you explanation.
What I say oko to abama ne say onko di dwuma bi ma wo. Wan se no ono na willingly also ye willing and able say obegina wa name aye wo somafo. Ena o say okay mi wewo ani obi a wo betimi asoma wa chen nipa we
o ya so man kro
ena uko kumasi a obi say aha de wo de adwe begina ho kran odwan me aponchen begina ho kra meto abama no. It is because onim MP ne so mfaso
enti abo akra ope
enti so wo de abo adwan kra kogina wa onim say odwan wo betimi asoma no a ene ye ya sen ko on friend ba say kwaku beji ko tontos breme e ko be friend he odwan me bra na beji ko tontos enti nwan na egu parliament no.
But what is very interesting is about politics mudia na no real officer say yes mo odwan enye yi
what you say. But this is somebody a wabeka cho say how crowd here Excellency, a t-shirt here fenty. We are then cry on beto amaye.
Yeah.
Like Napo said. What must say? Entino ama nipa e wasn't komu reason and who say yesuma benyansafo na yensuma begina na mountain no. Sa nipa onim ne right. Onim ne power. Enu nti obi ada no. E na ono so convinced say ye de kutre bakra begina ho a meto ama no. Enu nti okoto aba onhwe nipa a osoma na obeko. A typical case in point here, E-Levy.
Yeah.
Me see E-Levy nti ene Kumasi for MP so muntimi come constituency. I tell you.
Yeah, oh yeah, sure.
Muntimi nko enko na buka say last week mponu akomo ko bu MPB. Anu kwem so mo de aba ne kwara ni tiro.
Yeah. Omo kwara. De kwala no.
What was it? Say Ghana for hu omo etumi a na the Uncle Victor Ken say ye hu say MP and I was so this adwuma we are. And can you money be ho krampo na nkaso beti. Whenever you see a group of people demonstrate, it is failure on the part of the executive, legislature, and the judiciary. What I say?
Yeah.
And the mistrust. And omo abemwebu, their hands are in despair. And until onim baby, I say me fanfa o nyamie onim baby on fanfa. Until ne metiesi kwem. Na ma tinte sukoko. Because the center cannot hold. What I say?
Yeah.
And yes sir, enka me say me wa hawa. Eni kwa say me ko baby I was say me hwehwe me MP because on there me representative. What I say? It is for example for me na for e di areho say John Mahama enya nimdie bi say e wo say me si for me na nursing training college na me si hospital na sabi yetimi nya an economy kra informina a ebe boa ma the entire economy informina no obi a oton ebro ye beto obi a ye friend say oton apese ye beto de oton mo ye beto na say abayin person obeya na me member of parliament ye independent candidate na say wa ba na so oni MPP for ne bebo a we have to call the attention of that member of parliament to enioma ekoso a enye. What must in think about now? No, a corno MP no crotty hono, a vote of no confidence on my pass that. What must say? Will you say, member of parliament, constituency in Yabet Mia boom, constitutionally, I can say a unity.
Really?
Yes, there are so many powers we don't know. An MP can be impeached. I will look for the your friend is Emrano to show you because you can say incapacitated. It's not about say we are in kwa say ontimi nkwa adwuma o. Dabi say we are recalcitrant and I say on heed the plights of the people. It amounts to that. And it's in that broader sense. And I make us say an MP could be impeached because Adia Yosman is on Kwanya no ye. Until the whole constituency can come together and say,
They should have impeached Addo Asafo.
And no crowd in catch.
Abandoning the seats. For that
It
long.
was possible.
And the government did nothing to her. They still paid her.
Yeah, because there is a secret that Omoya Obekentino. Oh, there is a secret.
No, so she's not helping the country.
But they are not helping themselves either.
I was so surprised that she was away for that long.
Yes.
Member of Parliament. Was that back?
But you see the power of the constituents. Oh, and that's how I think say we should now up the game. But you have pricked our conscience.
We'll go back to the Americans. Then we might as well wait to 2024.
Yeah, it's possible.
My point is that we will wait. That is the law. But the law also allows us to,
exercise
push our
yes.
our MPs, our constitutional body.
But Akuffo, you see,
the part two of what he said,
okay.
In fact, it's giving me a heartbeat. On where Adewe Makasa. Akuffo Addo the normal type of president wabedi na okwa kwabra me meba be man pani dachi ebi ana enchemewu if I made the boni ache Akuffo Addo because I will be encouraged say
you be emboldened
sa dia Akuffo Addo ye eya de papa e wo see etimi ye bibi na ye se na ho say na a serve as deterrent to future presidents say you can't be this useless in a country like Ghana and serve a full term without even impeachment.
Make sense to me.
Without even an attempt for an impeachment.
But the whole issue is that the NDC MPs, the MPP MPs are afraid of Akuffo Addo. Ghanaians generally is Akuffo Addo.
Why?
I mean, it's
is it
evident.
Afraid or
yes?
I think it's too strong.
No, meba
Afraid?
Me, from 2008, I've been on Akuffo Addo's case from 2008. How many years now? Obia Siawa, the first Yobusa one said, "Hey, it was also Bekum." I don't know.
I never
no, yes. A year day, remember, a year day now, okay, sir, and Akuffo Busa side out of vacuum or out of nothing. Do you think, minimum family, you know my family.
Yeah.
How many times do you go fear Kumasia or raise about our safety? How many times the Frimpong Boate Mekaya about his safety? How many times the Matiami do Mekaya about his safety?
It's true.
How many times that Dumelo Ameka about his safety? How many times that Kofi Amoabe Mekaya about his safety?
And the Kofi Kumsin crack
no, so Sadia no, your president like afraid.
But
Bibi una Ghana for me, I don't know me Akuffo means no. But me nima the crop pot here. Omo who for the one. There is even NDC MPs, they are afraid of Akuffo Addo. That is the point.
I don't know about the MPP for the but what I can say is that Bia say who can be na say one sheda and kano on papa swa. That's the correct say what from Emrana and the Wufi say be obey you system no against you.
We don't use the system.
But otherwise, seriously speaking, me my catching before, and maybe security situation be an early part of his administration. No, I mean, maybe said the president should be impeached or something like that. Oshiamu sorry Obisabi. He asked me,
really?
Say if they wanted to impeach him, so go. Let me say, and I would just security as a tone from science. And you are threatening everybody's livelihood.
No, I'm going to confront you on that.
Oh yeah, you just okay, no, the SSM. But you're quite sorry, he's tries to be nice to everybody. And I'm saying that Obiang nice to him again because the people are tired. Oba first in the hey, what sorry reach a
Anglican.
Ghana flag since Oba soldier for Faonia. Nanka for budget so from the beginning, and it's on the decline now.
Say so about be
phone us or coffee on the year point the quarter come. And a soldier for dinner there. My point is that it should tell him that there's something people are not happy about. Try and find out.
Sorry, no.
If you care about your people, I mean, but not all the time, but I Oba, the wife is Oba because they know they come. No, seriously. I mean, Alan Chaman took the same as well. The same as well. Oh, but my position is, if you don't show love to your people, me man example of somebody who has been so impoverished, he loves his dignity, or the chicken at the bottom, or the coffee. I felt this is so horrible. So horrible. One piece chicken or that tissue at the bottom, or coffee na bibi. That is how bad some people is. They will sunk so low. Now, you can say you make video be 100%. However, see who says sikani number sabasa. Obi promise you be 800 million. Obi say enye no kre. Obi say way say step down. 800 million. Yeah, you've been to World Bank, IMF to give us a bailout. 600 million first tranche. Second tranche require a case. Now what promise will be 800 million. No cover free hifa. Mucho sika na muye den. Ebi will be mufie na de kika ho. You know, it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. Our MPs are sitting there quiet. I have a problem with them. There was a time I raised an issue about them taking bribes. I may call a office of special prosecutor. At that time it was Martin. And then I said the letter about MPs take bribe. EMB speaker. And okay, a buffet person started no zobekaya. Also we all take bribes. A buyer. And they wanted to haul speaker, that time on your speaker, not a majority leader, to privileges.
Yeah, I remember.
Besides, someone bribe or na parliament or committee be good. They will try and put a different name on it, but they still bribe. It's just like what has happened to Akwawe Edubuahin, the current one.
Yeah, we will come on it.
Africa also say any corruption. No one get any corruption. There's a problem. OSPC because you cannot prosecute him. For what reason? And I'm told there's a reason for that one too. I am convinced that there's a problem. Obi am hint, but it will come out later.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes, sure. Yes, sure. Yes, there's a problem.
The problem it has to do with Anas. Anas, ombeso yin enim. But Supreme Court has ruled that so very witness it is yin enim. And almost some person will push that angle, no. And Tinyan teaching the Nkosiaga. We have a problem in this country. Now, you see, I as an individual, I can't fight this fight alone. But I want our MPs to do that. Otherwise, one of these, they don't make court. MPs say, is it not our duty to ask them to work for us? Are we not paying them?
They will tell you we are working.
What we're working? The president is messing up.
The results should tell how much you are working.
Also, the minority will have their say. That's what they.
Just your thoughts on this article, quick one.
In fact, before you say, His Excellency Victor Smith, why did you maso? Where ye a niama a coso of what you want to minka because we saw kakra wine a better. You need a voice like his to put this across. Said the beya. I say, yes, and no ma, yes, why would a great pain? No, answer what great pain. As some way, I got no be the can be better, but we are sure so no what can I be quite MPs no, yes, I have my reservation on Omunuma Omuye. Answer the raise issue, me say NPP MPs no will raise concerns about the impeachment or resignation of Kenoforiata. At the end of the day, they made a U-turn. It all boils down to our electoral processes and the constitution that will mind. I say yayani in such a way say part in the former government and all these MPs, almost all these MPs, no, they came into parliament with the party as a vehicle, and some of them were aspirations say Ombekoswa as serve parliament in the next parliament, and Adiabakwa Ayana party no omo ka party no was a party no government na so omo ka wana so opposition class omo ka party no was me ye be nkoso party no government ne party na nkase mu ni so koye bibi say about the vet ni akwa disqualify but next in your next who seeking re-elections no you face that brand omo say they will disqualify you ye won go for bia be person omo kasa on ye bi ayeye your documentary be a omu MPs a omu so musika ho omu so omu sreme me ntwen na omu nye omu primaries ni
omu ye MPs
yes
ni sika ho
o se me ntwen na omu nye omu
o hia sika no
omu MPP omu nye omu primaries ni so wan get the primaries ewie na so ko kasa Akuffo Addo fiscal na is esi a omu disqualify no we voting and it no see your person ye MPs no omu ye adwuma ma omu free omu akoma mu omu pem ebi no wa de omu person omu nya omu go all out but onye ready to say obe end the political career no say ebia as serving as MP no in the next elections and it no oba be go all out so aye impeachment no wa je impeachment no obo say why kra na ya in charge of servant na akwa reference oh mami ni we finish obo so hwe e bedroom pepper so be no akwa akotene don't be disqualified you be kebiere we be you be disqualified and to be full say as a minor as a people no say MPs no so betumi go all out aye adwuma ama yene aye to abane ma omo no na omo nye ma party na omo tram as vehicle na the process of selecting them no should be changed. Say you bet me I say ABA MPs must not go on ticket of a party in our constitution, I say in our electoral process. In the community, no, Obia is an independent, and then you write your tumawa, then you owe it to the people.
So what should the parties do?
The parties you present.
Have multi-partyism in democracy.
Yes, I do understand, but for the MP to be able to work for us fully, society and everyone, they can never work for us because you face the anger of the party at the end of your tenure when you are seeking re-elections. They will disqualify you. When the MPs break out, and it is sometimes MPs no, you can blame them to a certain level. Because say also I ready
because they okay sometimes MPs need me 8 minutes dim command that look this issue this is what my colleague anyway this is what we think but party say Chairman Stephen Tim say Chairman Asedun Ketia say Secretary JFK say Secretary Fifi Kwete say. So when it comes to that position, and the
can't go further.
So I'm not national for budget. Send the national secretary to acquire no more people in July there. But I am the line. Oh, I know issue that was a very broad.
But they have a duty.
They do.
They do have a duty because the people, any chance that the people rise up against the establishment.
They do, but they say no. Here's the situation: that their destiny is tied to political parties. Sanke adia ebia obi yenyina ya be hia mampasantuma pon constituency. Yenyina party bia na ni a stande ni ato abama ye ni use ko. Udru kwam na wujimia edi
to help to any party.
Yes, to help.
Yeah, but I don't know hypothetical situation, a woman, because in our constitution, there's the need. I mean, we have multi-partyism, or we are on a party, and doing to me kind of ideal situation. I work on. The mechanic say what we have now. Let's work with it, and we have our MPs. If we are to avoid a situation where the people will rise up against the political class, the people. When I say the people, in anger and frustration.
And Akuffo, both MPP national and this national for in Ankaho. executive.
Yes.
We should rise up against them.
Yes, because someone may disqualify MPs.
Yeah, but my position is that no. But then you see, the MPs have the constitutional,
They do.
They do
back
the
party
next
party
elections,
no uche ne kai.
They be against ono akobo bosia.
When
Every bank.
when
I know they have pay primaries. MP no.
ono pe no ko bobo si.
Exactly. And we buy everything obetimi no asom panimfu ani no atena.
No, but no, but so odi ehwam a and say so the people must kick them out.
That is what we should preach now.
You get a point.
That is
They will
what
kick
we
them
should
out
preach
because
now.
who could seek is self-seeker. Who could pay with the AD.
That's what we should preach
I
now.
never check in shame bottom and then me bush
No
for
way.
body.
That's what we should preach now.
We don't belong.
That's what we should preach
But
now.
we have an opportunity. The MPs are there. Forget about President Akuffo Addo and Jubilee House. The MPs are there. Let's push them to do what is right for the people of Ghana. Let's push them.
Quick comment here. Maria Adams says, let's ask ourselves why the Son of Man, in reference to Okujetu Ablakwa, left his committee. Yes, I think committee be appointment committee.
Appointments committee.
Yeah. I think he decided to just walk away. Some of the issues okay, so
People will walk away because they don't want to speak too loud. They know something. But almost can't embarrass everybody. It's a sad situation, but you see, I keep saying that when they rise up against the political, when the people get mad at us, we can't dare check politicians. Don't toy with it. One day it won't be in your favor. One day it will not be in your favor. This government should listen. Who say can power? She should listen. You frustrate people and make them miserable. One day they'll rise against you. He should learn. What?
Judy Mensah says, as much as I respect and like Honorable Victor Smith, I would like to ask, where has he been all these years of Akuffo Addo's tenure? We need men as him on the field. Daniel Mensah says, whenever Alistair is in the building, I'm rest assured that he will do justice to the matter. All right, so Daniel Mensah watching you live from Kaswa Adam. Let's move on. We have some few comments here. Legality says, I would like to see how powerful Akuffo Addo is when he leaves office and without the army and police officers. And that day will happen unless he commits suicide. Suleya says, but they must try and block all their passports and their travel documents before June 2024. Then no one can get out of the country. All right. So, Lawrence Chairman says, after everything, they will blame COVID-19 for the bad economy. Johnny Fojo says, I'm watching you guys live from Germany, Hamburg. We have Vivian Opon says, now Nana has turned into Ankonam. Okay. David Glee Nateto Koli, watching us from Maryland in US of A, said Tony Bon says Ghanaians are not afraid of Akuffo Addo, but because of partisan politics. That's why we are entertaining him. All right, so but Ghana can't do that because of their stomach, and I don't know who is engaging Suleya. Kojo Semper Furniture Works says, I'm enjoying this powerful show from Edum Kumase. All right, Chia Ajumfo. Now, once is watching you live from Italy. I remember 2012, Italian Prime Minister was trying to borrow money from Russia. When the money got to Italy, they voted him out. Even with money, and they brought in another prime minister. Okay, so that is what he wants to say. Clifton says, please, we'll be your opinion. Okay, so my name technician is Nakasa. Now, Bryce says, it's very true. Just look at how the minority led the demonstration against the governor. The euphoria. It was so great. Okay. Now, Judy says, Sami Jamfi and Co should rekindle the discussions on the royalties report and not allow this failed government to use their communicators to start a new jandam on this Airbus in the election year. Okay, so Ojaba Gabaski says you are on point. And Listo Yafra says Bobie Charles Jame has become a savior for this fund management customers. and he needs commendation. Okay, so this one is coming from Yabia. Ebenezer Ben says, good afternoon, Commander, watching you live from France. All right, thank you so much. Kwame Osei is here. We have Julie Belinda Aubry. This government will account for every single penny armed robbers to bottom for. We have more messages in. Mubetimi send them more dear so about now. No. Okay, so on this OSPA, your friend say Omar issue statement, NDC issue statement on the OSP do Buahi issue, and I think Uncle Victor interest in this story. So quick one, let me read through. And this press release was signed by Sami Jemfi, NDC National Communication Officer. Quick one, let me just read through before. Okay, so we have the statement on your Facebook page. For immediate release, 31st October 2023. The NDC has noted with disgust the report of the Office of Special Prosecutor on investigations into alleged commission of corruption and corruption-related offences involving former Deputy Finance Minister Charles Edubwai. The conclusion of the OSP at paragraph 7.1 of the said report that, quote, though the conduct of Mr. Edubwai amounts to trading in influence or influence peddling, which is closely associated with corruption, there is no actual criminal prohibition of his acts in respect of which the OSP has a mandate to further act, unquote, is totally flawed and misconceived. Okay, so having forensically verified the audio-visual recording adduced by Tiger IPI as a true reflection of the events represented thereon, and having conclusively established that Charles Edubwai indeed demanded a bribe of 20% of the value of the initial investment, or an upfront payment of 10% of the value of the proposed investment, and post-investment sharing of the proceeds of same from undercover agents of Tiger IPI, who were posing as businessmen interested in investing in Ghana. It is totally unacceptable for the OSP to have concluded that Charles Edu is not guilty of a crime. Okay, so for the avoidance of doubt, Charles Edubwai's conduct as captured in the Galamsey economy, quote, Galamsey economy in quote, documentary of Tiger IPI clearly amounts to the offense of extortion, as provided under Section 247 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act 1960 Act 29 as amended, which provides as follows. So it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And this is signed by Sami Jemfi. Uncle Victor, this OSP matter, now the NDC National Executives believes it has nothing to do about influence peddling. It has everything to do with extortion.
Well, I agree with them. I mean, whichever way statement do mean who NDC DNO, they are a papa in DNO, OSP DNO. He contradicts himself somewhere along the line because
oversee and go through if you
okay. Because maybe we can give a crab.
Okay,
there seems to be some contradiction somewhere, because whichever way he looks at it, no, it was corruption. A public officer has been so corrupted. He received it, and what did he call that? Edubwai he said Edebeng. Or say Edebeng.
Or say a kickback, the percentage.
Well, somebody is going to write some articles. I won't sort of preempt the person to, but a lawyer is going to write an article. The guy contradicted himself. A OSP, no. Now the reason is beyond what has been written. No, it has something to do with Anas. Do you see a Nyantechi case, you know? Anas, you know, say Supreme Court said if he wants to be a witness.
Yeah.
And Anas also he won't play. So then he's not going to be a witness. And it's in this same case. And that means because Anas you cannot bring that witness, you know. Case in a drop case, you know. So what I say.
Yeah.
And in time, no, that statement is going to come about only from a legal opinion on this matter. Only me the won't come about out.
So which means the
OSP, position that OSP is trying to avoid that situation where would the witness be quiet, see only in so only in no. Then did you have the witness or you didn't have the witness? No, it won't be a provoked case. So what I say, there are so many things that have happened even during Kufuor's time, but not President Kufuor, when the president was Attorney General. So many things, but you know, we all write our books one day, our memoirs on some of these things. My position is that everybody knows that the OSP,
Your Excellency, it's taking you too long.
It's taking me too long.
Too long.
It's taking me too long because
long.
I've had to
Too
work
long.
with people at some levels. There are certain things you can't say. Simple. There are certain
Just
things
do
you
them
can't say.
in quotes.
But
And let's decode
I'm
them.
still writing my memoirs. It's taking me too long to write
No,
my
if you
memoirs.
do them in quotes,
But in this particular
with time,
I've
they will
been
decode.
quiet. You hear somebody say that I've been quiet. I
Yeah.
try to just be quiet. Let other people do some talking. I mean, you don't own Ghana. To be uncanny. But say they are Ghana for air corner, air bobo. They be people sending minutes can be did. Then you send Momo. Who's Momo behind who's sending come out. Not just party people. So other people you've met in your life they are desperate.
Oh yeah. MPP for no. MPP for no.
Why?
Yeah.
Why has the country become like that? Then when you hear about the kind of money they talk about, how can they promise somebody $800 million? Let's assume that he's not lying. But if he's lying, wow, almost Baba come and say something else. They are talking huge monies. But we've gone to IMF, cap in hand. They've given us only 600 million. Second tranche because they don't want to do it. What is going on? Why? What is going on? Judgment dead. We are wasting money. Nothing is happening. Roads. Did they not talk about year of roads?
Yeah, they do.
Go and see the road from Enyinem to but there were a Tiwa. There be a Tiwa Kwabin Tree one.
Wabomosu.
Abomosu. We say London.
Sir?
Catch it all. From the junction, so who's the traffic street light?
Yeah.
Dual carriage. Dual carriage going into Kwabin. And then you go on a nice asphalt road, nice bridges to a village. Because that's where the president comes from. Go and see that Trans-West African Highway, Apoto. So a few days back, people slept on the road. Foreigners going to Cote d'Ivoire, they are crazy to Ghana. Now, when you ask all these things, so where's the money passing through our hands? Your money. Government is supposed to pay that money. Where is the money? So when you hear people have money in their homes, under their beds, and what have you, you ask yourself, say, where did we go wrong? Look at all the high rises that are being built in cantonments and the rest. Who do you think are building them? Who say they are connected to the thing? Because the monies cannot go abroad again. The whole world is watching Ghana. Who the fuck airport there? Bet this kind of them. And make us like beginning of this year. Some important minister, Nigeria Edisika fa I'm a yes stop war first a VIP.
Really?
Yes stop here, yeah man on for call. Now answer phone calls. Bunjai obi fi Jubilee has a no call play no more call. This kind of call.
Oh Ghana.
The right time no mbeka you. Why? What are we going through? You see, people must talk for the other people who cannot talk. We must talk. That is why we are asking the MPs. I don't have that constitution, but I'm just a citizen of Ghana. But if the MPs have been given that a mandate, and then yakwa press conference be, and then no. Would they say you have a ready budget? But hey, yakwa counter budget, and I could see you are going backwards. Then we are entering elections next year. And nothing happens. No development happens in Ghana again. Somebody told me this in England when I was High Commissioner. Said, in election year, Ghana, no development happens. No development because people are using the resources to organize themselves to win power. And we spend the whole year wasting the resources. Hey, moment when you MPs, they are listening, they should listen well. They owe it to us. They shouldn't think that they are doing us a favor. They owe it to the people of this country to speak to the executives about it. They should speak. I'm not going to talk about the third arm of government yet. One day, almost I say Rebecca. The judiciary. Rebecca Omasem.
Yeah.
But for now, MPs, they should be up and doing. They can say whatever they want to say. I am still maintaining. Sometimes we hear some of these things that they take bribes. I say, what? Why should that be the case? So you are so corrupt. And it's a criminal offense, isn't it? Being corrupt is a criminal offense. Receiving monies is a criminal offense. Yet still, it goes on. This committee, that committee, we've heard it over the years. And I'm not, you see, I've been stalking. I haven't mentioned NDC, MPP. You know, it cuts both ways. Everybody, you owe it to us. Once you become an MP, you owe it to
at
us.
least executive didn't mean you should be able to do it.
Yeah, that is true. Anthony Eka says the president and the vice new speaker no next. Now, if that is the case and you have the constitutional mandate, authority to hold government in check, that's why, yeah, who should go and do it? Why, a soldier should come and remove the government and throw it away? We don't want that. If you bring a soldier, you go backwards. But let the MPs do what they are supposed to do. They can save this country, the MPs.
No, but Victor, the current Yaya Tihui and military government, they
may catch us say we've accepted as a constitution to run a democratic, constitutional governance. And I may say one arm seems to be toying with the executive, one arm, which is legislature. So it is your duty, 275 of you. You represent the people of Ghana, not President Akuffo Addo. You were not made MP. You were made because the people in that area know you, and they will accept to use you as their representative. Why do you go and sit there and just be saying yes, Amasa, to the executive, to their detriment? I have a problem with that. They could be, and others should join. We should put them on the back burner. They should wake up.
God says, Bobieta Uncle Victor. Ghana no korechi dada. Whether military or the current democratic administration. Benelli says the youth should rise up and go to the houses. Those holding the money. That is, illegal. Who could roll before say, oh, Kopeska or you're crom for. Yeah, you're trespassing. So get it right.
So the MPs should prevent these things. Their actions would prevent this kind of anarchy in our country. So when I say the center cannot hold, they've visited anarchy on us. And we're getting close to the edge. Mr. MPs, they should hear it. I sent a copy of this, my message, to the speaker. I've sent a copy to the minority leader. I've sent a copy of this to the chief of staff. They owe it to us,
but
they should stop toying with us.
My response.
No response. It's on my kind. I've seen it.
Question Kibuasi says, well, like Uncle Victor, I've seen it all before. From the revolution to the stable democracy, he's just not talking. He sees something coming, all right? So, Goda says, look at the composure. Okay, so let me Muntaka and this one a leader view. Mama Muntaka, all right, so Ibrahim Abdul Karim Jabbar says, Bobia for now, Ghana Konechisa free. Kofi Simon says, look, Uncle, the army will be far better than these armed robbers in government. Finito. Maybe that's my point. What is the difference between a Akuffo Addo and a military regime? What is the difference?
You see, Akuffo Addo is worse. The militaries.
That's it.
But you see, in a democracy like this, say umakwai masoja ni ebeji aban and ebeka aban gua. It takes us several years back, and it's difficult to.
Rawlings military intervention. Any Akuffo Addo democratic election or winning ye. But you're doing that take here back.
In fact, Abraham himself and saying
David goes to
no. But Akuffo Addo there quite dodo. No, or the equity in terms of, you see, Kwabena, the Mimi say,
Uncle Victor Akuffo Super and the military regime. Say, onya freedom of expression and freedom of movement.
And also, now saying, could it has happened now?
Bema, Akuffo Addo is visiting these two ideas on us in a
democracy.
Even in a West form.
So let's get our MPs to work for us.
Yes.
Akuffo Addo, freedom of expression.
Theirs will be legal. Yours will be illegal, a soldier. What this MPs know, if they fail us, necessary soldier in adventures, they have caused it. They have allowed the thing to degenerate and deteriorate to that level. Ama obi intervention, somebody adventurous basing. But it's avoidable if you do your work well. If you call the executive to order, you must try and do it. Call them to order. Let Gantry stop, and then we will do some thinking about what is going on.
Because Nana, and then me buso be question. Agavator. Me buso be question say. Boku incident, Garu incident, Now, a Garu indigene, if a terrorist across free any other place, ebe uraho, ebe convincing and say, look, your government don't like you. We want to help you fight the government. Near the Ghana Armed Forces, Niko Jinaho, say one also, and can say, we like you. Join us to fight the terrorists. Omi and wine and a Garuni in Ubeti.
Obeti the foreigner.
Sharp.
The terrorists.
Sharp. Because
look, Kwabena, they have seen much worse things. And yet, terrorists in nature under a democracy. That's all. And you know, obi a terrorist say obebwana.
Oh, the difference.
Obeji na edia chain nipa ono.
Exactly.
Yeah, obeji na di.
That is my point.
Yeah.
That is the point. They say yeah, Drew. Because they say Uncle Victor, if Nkrofo be complaining, yes, say Uncle Victor mo time. Yes, oh, you feel be jantua. You chene ko share. Ko ba ko so journalist kasa ni abechi no enye. Today,
democracy.
Within 1 week, na media for me and equal prison.
And well, today, what do you mean today?
And Akuffo Addo moche Mensa Thompson. No more dikai asantence or hinama buama. Ade achi ya ye kwa hwehwe Mensa Thompson anajo no mbeche me. Wo mo chi mi wie ya ye yo mo jamia and on kwache sakut kwache BNI or them 2 weeks. Yani ekoko be no. So who catch him say military regime? What is the difference between military regime and today?
You know
between a dictatorship and a democracy.
What is the difference?
What the difference is, they let the soldiers do the job of protecting the sovereignty of our country, the territory. They should keep out terrorists. That is what they should do. Now, the people opted for democracy. Through the constitution, we've accepted our constitution. And an arm of government is not doing what we expect it to do. To checkmate the executive, to hold him accountable. The echoes of Ghana, MPs, do something. Because if you don't do it, that's when you keep a room for that kind of adventurism. That's the point we are trying to make. They should understand it in democracy. It's the people of Ghana who voted for the constitution, so we cannot throw it away. It's there. But part of it too, the MPs, legislature, they have a duty to help make this thing work.
But Your Excellency, when you say ne, say you see a referendum. Now you say Ghana need vote between democracy and something else. They will go for the something else.
But if they don't know there's something else, how would you go for it?
No, they will go for it.
Which is the something else in this?
They don't know. There's something else.
If you don't know what it is,
regardless, they will go for it.
No, but you see,
because you see what has become the examples of democracy in this country, especially what Akuffo Addo is typifying. It's terrible.
I still maintain that if you get the MPs to do the right thing, to hold the president in checker, we won't need to go for something else. Seriously, I mean, that's the kind of peace we want. Hold him accountable. No leader should come and walk all over us. We will not allow that one. But our MPs have the mandate to do that for us. 275 as opposed to 30 million people. And we shouldn't wait, or they shouldn't wait for the 30 million people to rise up. Now, when they do, Aboyenia will spoil the country. So it shouldn't come to that. We need them to sit down and think. Stop this business as usual business. You should stop it. You've talked about this since the last 7 years, or in fact after 2020. Not one day will be radio. The government has been torn into pieces. At MDDA, President Akuffo Addo, who president be doing attempts harder? Why should it come to that? Even if he's not doing well, he's still the president of the country. Now, our president of our country is being taken down like that
because he's insulting us.
I send a message to Chief of Staff. Who tell me the president attempts are?
Because he's insulting us.
Do something.
Who said that somewhere? No, because Chief of Staff.
Yeah, but you see,
no. Here's the situation, Uncle Victor. No man at TV. Ufra Bontimba, Daddy. If I saw Lantino and I catch you say a crazy name. Now I am so real fear. Crazy name from Kwasi Asem Nkoda. Okay, why? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
I want to NDC.
Is it not an insult?
Oh no, can I also want to?
No, is it not an insult?
I know the I also want to mammy.
Musa will say from Sabetu Abamano. You see, a chino can you yeah Santifo, right? You are insulting the people who voted for you that you are stupid to vote for me.
One can say,
do it to a man when one can say, yeah, one or Matifina can say, yeah, and then I was one can No. You see, Uncle Victor, there is a problem. But we are facing now. I think, and we need to deal with it.
That's what I'm telling you.
I respectfully disagree with you that he's the most vilified.
And who else?
Look, I don't hear Mahama.
No. This is the upper Mahama dear home. No.
Akuffo Addo there, he's a walking insult. He's insulting himself. No, but he and what he's done to Mahama males. Look, Obi Otimi organized it for the first time. No, you as a former Your Excellency, is it right, sir? Akuffo Addo betimi organize party boys. Say go and hoot at or go and boo at your president in another country. He caused that to happen. We are the
I was there.
Akuffo Addo, you're man to 4 block crowd. Or the look, Akuffo Addo. Look, there was here no. He has been the worst of all examples. He has been the worst of all examples.
Let me ask you.
No, you see, I did Akuffo Addo there Ghana for any your presidents no. They are there no. Yeah, they are telling crowd.
Ghana president.
No, we have to let him know. Mahama was a president too.
Ada already Gabi article on Atamels describing Atamels as a poodle. How did you feel?
It was horrible.
Yeah, Atamels mpacho wadarumo or rungukum.
Debbie. I think we condemned.
So the family enjoyed it.
No, we condemned.
Did Akuffo Addo condemn?
No, he didn't. But I know that we all condemn.
No. The question is, Akuffo Addo, if name family, omo condemn me, omo ban say, yen kasa nchire penisa.
And the baby, can we them come with
No, he Akuffo Addo called Professor Mills, Professor Doolittle. Has he any type of Professor Mills is like?
Until Opache say, Omudi Mahama attempt to manage.
No, Mahama didn't deserve it. Akuffo Addo, he deserves it. Mahama, he was up to his task. But you do nothing and you expect us to do something? Look, Akuffo Addo, they are turning up more. Look, his uselessness is legendary. Akuffo Addo, look, to whom much is given. Look. Oh, where? At least they name Ghana and they say, Openidia, you have to reason to make lives better for a Moframa. Akuffo Addo go school free to invest you. Moko school, moko invest in mo jot. Ye mo bibia free. Ye pa mo chokra se mo sua de man. Ni enya future leaders wo ma we mu. Akuffo Addo nom time o. So if we cry wait me am better no cry now, at least do something. But you come, you have all the resources at your disposal. You mess up. You have weakened everything. You have destroyed all the institutions. You have privatized everything. Public. And you want me to hell worship such a person?
No.
Why is he a thing God?
No.
No, if a president is a useless president, tell him in his face.
Yes.
Very useless.
It's the image of the country. And
No, the image must
be hold it brief kakra.
No, if you do that, you know what you are doing? You are inculcating a very bad habit in us. Not to speak truth to power.
We must.
No, because Ebasana, you would think say because of the Akonyana or Tisunintino, we must not rebuke him.
Attempt the debut or are different from rebuking.
No, attempt the no.
A rep could be a mayor or some video you say Akuffo Addo you would diagro when you serious president. Meaning who has a attempt the
Yeah.
But I can't no and say
Yes.
who you serious? Who you would diagro? Kind of only would diagro. It's a serious talk to somebody like that, you know?
Yeah.
And I really like that particular expression. But attempt the debut
It's the same.
Yeah.
Minka.
Yeah. One time, John Kuma on Asempa FM, those days, when you and I, we started our Pyramid House, John Kuma, you sue statement be, Emma, the late Mills, a Korea police station cry. Emma, make catch a minute, Neko be Fiagbanane studio. Emma, make catch a John Kuma say, John, Adewe obi di be ya Akuffo Addo Debi. Time and this for issue statement no. Akuffo Addo issue statement to support John Kuma. I can't repeat that in here, but I have that tape with me. Mean to be mompo because nipa no wu. Akuffo Addo issue statement to support John Kuma. That Adebia John Kuma akafa atamels bia ene anka to ahoy no bia no e sanity.
The true reflection of
yes. They did it.
Almost say you know they brought it
So you see
nobody
and the and me bo say me sorry no pa na me tie sa tape no na me si abonten na me nya microphone na me hwe de wo ye ya tama John Kuma kasa akere atamels no na atamels esi atoabo gas which is sustaining the whole country. Even that one today you can't manage it. Now what the onya she me tiesa tape na me si abonte na me sa ka microphone.
She dey omo nya hwe mo.
Then who be say me nka dey na enkyere wo. Me mom rane. There be me mom rane say na nya nkwada. Me mom rane.
Be nkasa because bia wala montuo enkoyi wa mbomode amagana. What the Ghana for me ambo.
Okay.
7 years down the lane. I can't 1 year. I not give up already. Oh, and the say, what can change to better Ghana in 1 year? It won't happen. It's not going to happen. So we should stop the destruction by taking on the constitutional body, Parliament. Oh, now hold on.
If that fails, where do we go?
Well, if it fails, if they fail us, let me put it this way, and the people rise against the establishment, well. And then you'll be no kind, you'll be no red.
Yeah, but there's so much anger in the system.
I'm a politician. I said I'm probably so many home.
Yeah.
But some people just
You can be a victim.
Politicians.
Yeah, you can be a
And
victim.
then
If you look
cut
at
both
what
ways. They don't care. Fine.
Sri Lanka,
You can be a victim. And NDC be fan wedi, NDC I agree, but we hope so. Quick one on the OSP and Dubai. Quick one. There were other two stories near him for you.
I for the first time would believe say Miaminua Kisia Jabe. He has to revise his notes. Wanya de kra. Wanya ni kra. Wan troni ye kra. Kora, I know person much say corruption doesn't have a definition. Oh, but corruption has a definition. And anything that leads to corruption, no. Oh, it's corruption comes in so many forms. Say, even me appointed me and Kasati say Akuffo Addo. He is corrupt to have appointed Jakroma are unqualified.
Oman appointment letter.
And I said, unqualified, Oman appointment letter. Aptitude test were failing. BBA were failing. Only certificate. BA they qualified to be there. In the bed, no one certificate. Your friend is a appointment letter.
Pacho, what my Pacho, yeah, Uncle Victor. Can you imagine, say, a president, a year or so believe in rule of law, or yeah, day. Na neba etimi anantiako creative arts. Also they say omo at the act about creative arts ayeno agency. Neba na nanti koho. Ako occupy the office. Oni appointment letter. Obi anim salary awoje. Obi anim allowances. Obi anim the job description. And wajina omo website or the one company, private company logo ato. And or run as I'm speaking to you now. Jankroma, without an appointment letter on behalf of Ghana government, assign a year contract on behalf of Creative Arts with France 500,000 euros. Yom de baba baba ya your friend say Creative Arts project. Me pacho, adewe pa wa my bay Jankroma.
Is it true?
Yes, he's there. Jankroma is sitting there. She's there.
No appointment.
No, only any appointment. Creative Arts what can say, how can somebody run our business and this person don't even have an appointment? We don't know who appointed her. The years were Babaji office and illegally signing contracts on behalf of Ghana. Chief, what say? Sadia way, say Ghana Nyakola where SHS square who nene ni bosso. That's a president at Tia Tradia way for years and a ba and yes Andrea. I didn't any pan in rises what did not what Jimmy Pa.
The Ben says him Creative Arts.
He's there.
When did she move there? Is it
2020? She was part of the Creative Arts board. Then our agency
since the father became
president. Ottawa.
She's been there.
If Oye Sadia wait Ghana and Yakwala.
John Mahamesi.
Yeah, who be that our Ghana Bakosemo.
These were the people who were insulting John as being the most incompetent president. And then a manafa. Your friends shops nina. Yeah, who be that? Even Rollins military. Say Rollins ba. Say Rollins ba. Papa, you work with Rollins. Yeni Ghana hanum na.
Rollins the airplane. A more time. Zanento. I didn't know Kuba Nanado and country Rollins and Ghana
state property. And what they say Zenato how to
I didn't know man can. What is the meaning of
jacuzzi keke?
What is the meaning of
jacuzzi? A total jacuzzi.
Uncle Victor, what is the meaning of jamakule?
I'm not on their way.
Yo,
but
that time
I just say,
that is what we had. Typical UP boy that time. Atem the day be omudimu bi ayete. Omo ka kire ese yakwa abontia yen kan kire mo.
You know the
and so when you bedroom na me weigh the two sins. Say ade we ya yes Rollins no ye. Ade ade we ya me nuan man kan fo yi die. No. Anyway, yeah, we sorry.
Me friend is saying me kind OSP we na or say or they who Charles adubu ahen ho te said the onye bone da no OSP o yama me sa esifom and Biana ye can say na obedient say agro. I know you have pressure be a war so omon pese obeye adwuma. And sometimes o kan wanu tum krampa ye bebu nyansafo. What I say it's better to be silent than to talk now. I feel be say oh kasanye. Sometimes it gives you a better image when you are not even you can even stay in the office without doing anything. But to bring us this garbage, this is bad. It means you are not defining what corruption is. So what is corruption related? Someone goes to take a bribe a money that they call it shopping money, $40,000. And the person takes the money to want to execute something. The office the person occupies is not a private office.
Deputy Minister.
Yeah,
Yes, Deputy Minister for Finance. And you want to describe it as
I can't believe what this
influence peddling. Oh, I mean sometimes no. Kisi Ejabin, sebi. Eye brofo. Enye so ye lawyer na onim nyansa chen obi a. Bibia mu ye bia ye brofo. Obi a wako school bia sebi ene tibon koso kra onim how to read and write. Akuffo Addo krampo etimi eso ye lawyer. How much ye yako school? Echen no. No, and then kwala ko school chen empanifo na mo edi esu ni bebre. Kisi. A whole law lecturer. How does this qualify for your friends influence peddling? Oh, okay, or influencing why? So it's better. You see, baby, a son in Kran say, so can influence peddling crana on what your friend is saying basis. And now, Kisi Ejabin, Eko ma La Bianca, Sikano. Was it not on influence peddling?
No, but no, what is
40,000 no?
Yeah.
Who's the peddling?
I don't see the head. What is that?
Who's the peddling the influence?
What am I saying?
Me tell saying you, this is not over yet.
But Pacho, what is the difference between influence peddling and corruption?
No, you see, it's even so
David, you don't kind of
who's peddling the influence?
So influence peddling, it's a form of corruption. It's a form of corruption. What must end? Sometimes I don't understand why some people would want to be very rhetorical and semantic. I mean, he's a fine gentleman, Pau, and yes, I know. So for how long? And Albema Ebusia Bakwa say within where Ubeni is like and refita to say His Excellency Shet Sheni. Odiema oil kit to be somewhere. We won't see the white in the BMO oil no pet. So you are putting dents on your indelible marks on your image.
Maybe a Jabinwa Sunebia or Yanadia. Can it be that always somebody is?
Oh no, yes, I are saying no crano. Just say because me the Jabin that I know, he won't fall for some of these things.
If he has to prosecute, he has to bring the witness. Who's the witness?
So why don't you write?
Who is the witness?
Anas.
Also, in Supreme Court says also.
So just write it as it is.
I won't be a witness.
It's better to write it as it is.
Exactly.
And tell the public, I would have prosecuted, but the witness who is in this case, no, also when you name
and court also when you name so
it settles it.
No, beyond said this is where the problem is coming from.
Maybe you would have done something, but for a nice you would have done something. But so one is now be say and you know me. Sometimes what we call insult, I understand things that are deeper things that are more insulting than telling Obi so ekwasi now ya aboa. When you want to toy with my intelligence, it's like what Kusi Ejabin has done. It's insulting to the country.
So I'm waiting to hear. It's
like telling me, I don't understand your language. So you want to trick me with influence peddling when it's corruption? It's insulting.
If you look at my statement, I wrote somewhere that they try to confuse the people with some legality.
Yes.
That they don't understand.
Yes.
That's what they do.
It's wrong.
They intimidate people. They do all kinds of things down there.
It's wrong. It's wrong. And so, Kisi, come again.
Yeah, but let me quote what His Excellency Victor Smith wrote. I think. Okay, so I quote.
Okay.
That's a portion of my article.
Okay.
I believe Ghanaians have been cowed into submission with legalities
That they don't understand.
that they don't really understand.
That's true.
The bold ones in society must rise to
Save
the
Ghana
occasion. Unquote. This is what.
Excellent.
I think I'm okay. I be first say
His article is very short but very pregnant. Very pregnant.
maybe now I do boy hindi.
Yeah.
What says the implement? Just say yeah, through to semantics. Ne, you done. I just see a colors. What Ojiana one.
That is why I asked, what is the difference between
And
influence
my
peddling
point
and
is say,
corruption?
My point is say, more to the point is where Kishie Jaben no ankasa on influence peddling. Wama la Bianca etwe sika or the omane car. Not just say he's still guilty of an offense.
La Bianca.
Okay,
So La Bianca, maybe.
La Bianca de no. Watwe afem, watwe neoma afem, watwe duty, watwe scale also twa. Na obi akote ne to. Ama special prosecutor say, "Mami, watwe neoma afem."
So is anybody informant?
Na informant nakoye. Wa petition ama omo investigate.
Yes, so he's an informant.
Now, he said Jabe say La Bianca was able to just say when tria duty no and there was so tria ni nyina BT system no because or you soon influence peddling skills into no sika na was so tria when tria nyina no ya charge ni say onko tria into no let's just influence peddling no ono no etimi ka che say when tria say sika no na wodi influence enti na when tria sika no otimi say charge ma okotwa de a aden na dubu ahenko ade duru ne so no influence peddling no ya living off the hook to get away with murder.
Wanji
sika no wanyi $40,000 no wanyi
influence peddling.
Into Keshia Jabe is trying to tell me that Charles Edubuain influenced peddling him. He has been he has influenced peddling him.
Anyway, Charles, quick one on this matter. Ibrahim,
sir, me consider the timing of this report he ever out. Any the people who were associated with these corruption allegation at this late hour Baumia go through primaries na oba be clear Edubuahin heni ade na me feel say a calculated thing be na oye sana me hono so I calculate to I think say to make some peace between Baumia the government ne say Edubuahin ne say dem Edubuahin the support be supported Baumia say na the move because we time now or they clear now. I say he's in the rush to do this. And also right time now, I say he's in the rush to do it.
Government was still.
No. So anything more it is something our resentment towards because I would say a vice president did say or the command there they didn't change no move
40,000
and almost election. But we also because almost election on Saturday
because people will use it against him.
I get
So what so they are trying to whitewash Baumia.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, because a issue was a Baumia corruption case and Charles Edubuahin.
Yeah. And Matisse said by Wednesday, Thursday, a mono issue no so on back clear in the office for no.
So what I say? And it's I'm opening them and you're clear. Because as we okay, as you semi prayers, as a special prosecutor, you safe from the team.
And I say got the train of saying.
The timing no into the force and say, Charlie, clear this guy.
Because Baba, say me share send Kisia Bena. Let me share send Gabia Bona. Gabi wrote it for him to sign.
In fact, we said Gabi, na Gabi wa bre.
Ade. Me did say. No,
Gabi
he failed his exams.
Ade. Edi baba go for Ade. I wa frame.
Did say
Gabi frame. Wa bre.
Who did say Kisi na down for planning Gabi?
Yes.
Entino.
Dabi Kisi no na na dia mama Gabi.
Dabi wait no. Because
Gabi would never take part in this.
Kisi Ajaben. Kisi Ajaben. Wada kra na so on tro side way ya.
I can tell you,
I smell
for sure, say, Gabi would never get himself involved in this. Maybe
a consultant.
Anybody I can see, but Gabi would not do that. Anyway, I'll be back. Live on a cry, 100.5. Charles, Mekwaba, Meba, Yababa, Ibrahim Mahama. Any various issues also with this flooding and all.
So a for channel I share video we also PENDREAM TV mpacho wa share we adwunche bia wo fa video yi no ho bia no send my 0277128777 0277128777 WhatsApp number no send your voice ne bra na bebo magana for nyina te wonka
dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase na so far so good say open online portal e wo Ghana nipa share nipa follow nipa comment here to my best of knowledge without any biases PENDREAM TV.